Okay. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. You're probably thinking, he's just gonna whine that he's like the last kid generation. He's nostalgia blind. No, let me cook. Let me cook, okay? I got some points. I got some points that I think should be thought about. And just let me cook. Just let me cook for like 5, 10 minutes, okay? Okay, so this guy right here, Rakai, the perfect example of why this new generation's cooked, okay? Let me explain why. So now, when I was a kid, the thing that most people were worried about were the books we were reading, the games we were playing, and the TV shows and movies we were watching. But you know what they all had in common? They were fiction. All. So people were worried about GTA, but I knew it was fiction. I knew I wasn't supposed to do that. My friends knew they were fiction. My friends knew they weren't supposed to be doing that. Um, Anyone in their right mind knew that they shouldn't be doing that. No matter how young you were, you knew that it was a video game and it wasn't real life. People were freaking out about Harry Potter when I was a kid, talking about how they should be removed from schools because they're going to teach kids witchcraft. Never once in my entire school did anyone try to perform a magic spell. And then people just complain about not liking South Park because it was too raunchy and like their kids shouldn't be watching it. But then again, they knew not to let their kid watch South Park because it was too raunchy. Nowadays, we got real people being real assholes on their real live streams, and kids are seeing that and they're wanting to emulate it. Now, what did Rakai do? Rakai would go and he stole some flowers at Target, and he got banned for that. I think he's streaming on YouTube or Kick or something now. But it's not just him. There's other figures that have the same impact that are ruining our kids. There's Nina Lynn, who would also shoplift, but she also sexually assaulted two people on her streams. Um, Jack Doherty would go around harassing people on the streets and then getting his bodyguard to defend him. Not only that, does he also fucking like promotes his OnlyFans to his audience who are majority young kids. So he's just pushing fucking porn on kids now. So he should be looked into. And fucking Sneeko, this fucking guy, what hasn't he done? What hasn't he done that has affected kids negatively? We've all seen the clip, haven't we, of him meeting like a group of young fans and them talking about how they hate gay people and trans people because they learned that from him and like we gotta hate them, right, Sneeko, right? And then Sneeko would be like, no, and then he's like, and then they're like, oh, okay, so only the trans ones then. And what? They're learning that they should hate people because the people they watch talk about hating people. Now, say what you want about video games. I never once thought that, oh, so I should hate this group of people because I played GTA. I didn't think about, oh, I want to kill people now because I ripped someone's head off in Mortal Kombat. I want to become a fucking witch now because I watch Harry Potter. The fictional stuff that we watched before didn't impact us the way that we see these people impacting kids today. And these people stream for hours and hours and make YouTube videos of their compilations and this and that and upload on TikTok and here and there and everywhere. And the new generation of parents just let their kids watch it. I mean, there's no like sort of like they're not monitoring what their kids are watching, and that's crazy to me cuz I was allowed to watch TV whenever, like I could just have my TV on 24/7 as long as I was watching like kids programming like fucking Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and my parents would come in at around 9 when Cartoon Network would become Adult Swim, and they'd be like, okay, you gotta change the channel, you can't watch that anymore because it's adult programming. And they didn't go to Cartoon Network and be like, why are you playing adult programming on the kids' network? No, they knew I wasn't allowed to watch it at that time, so I was in trouble for watching it. But nowadays, I'm surprised Cartoon Network even has Adult Swim, because I'd imagine all the parents being like, it's Cartoon Network, why are you letting this stuff play on a channel for kids? Oh my god. And I hate it. Like, it's the worst generation, not just for the kids, but for the parents as well. Like, why would you even have kids if you weren't going to monitor their actions online? What's wrong with you? Do better. But it's so hard to monitor our kids. Like, we shouldn't have to do that. Well, the platforms that your kids use, the CEOs even don't even, like, care. Because what the CEO of Roblox said was that the predators aren't necessarily a problem, but an opportunity as well. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, you know what? That's a wild fucking take. If I read that as a parent, I would never let my kid on Roblox again. And they want to start introducing dating, I would not let my kid date online. If my kid is playing Roblox, I already know you're probably not old enough to be dating, okay? If you're like 8 or 9 and I look and you have a fucking girlfriend, I'm gonna tell you to delete her and get off. No, no, you're not playing anymore. You're banned for a week. If your kid is online, you should have some sort of parental controls to make sure you know when they're on, what time they're on, how long they're on, what device they're on, all this. If that's too much, don't get them all the devices. Get them a flip phone. Those are, for some reason, becoming popular again. But give them their iPad for like an hour or two. Have a family computer that you can make sure that they're not doing anything they shouldn't be doing on it. And punish them when they're on a site they shouldn't be on. Don't make it the site's problem. Parent your kid. Because I'd rather be a parent to my kid than have a website like Roblox or Discord now. Discord just announced that they're going to start doing this, but they're going to start monitoring all the activities that they do. And I would be a little creeped out if my kid was being monitored by a fucking website that wants to scan their face. I would not let a site scan my kid's face. I would not let a site monitor my kid's activities on it. It feels weird that they'd have that sort of like eyes on them whenever they're doing something. I just would not be comfortable as a parent. But I mean, it's gotten to this point where they gotta do this now because nobody's willing to be a fucking parent anymore. And then it's not even just that parents don't want to deal with their kids anymore. Nowhere wants to deal with kids anymore. Like, McDonald's doesn't even have a play place anymore, which is kind of crazy. I'd always go to McDonald's and have something to do while I was waiting for my food. And now they just don't have anything. I mean, the one that I'd go to even had like games. They had little GameCubes set up. One had like some sort of beat 'em up game, and the other one had Smash Bros. It was awesome. Or there's like nowhere outside for kids to go. There's no more resource centers. There was this one place I used to go. We'd call it the resource center. It was crazy because inside you'd go after school and they'd have a couple PS2s that you could play on, a fucking TV room to watch whatever, and then they had like board games and then table games. They had Sorry, Monopoly, stuff like that. And then they had foosball and air hockey. Like, that shit on the weekend or after school was the shit. That was awesome. There was always something for me to go and do outside. And there were parks to go to. I don't even see parks anymore. Most of the time they're either like super fucking run down or they just get torn out so that no one can do anything there anymore. Like, the one near my house was recently torn down. They put a baseball diamond in there, and you gotta set up a date to use the baseball diamond and all this, and kids aren't gonna do that. Kids are going to want to go and be like, there's a baseball diamond. Let's go get stuff and do it right now. They're not going to have the patience to be like, okay, well, I'll set one up for like a month from now and then we can get ready and do that then. No. They're just taking so much away from kids now that like they have nothing left to do besides mindlessly scroll on their phones so that their parents can not be parents for even longer. It's disgusting, and I just hate how this generation has grown up. Like, it's so sad.